Guys, this is the be-all, end-all video that you need to rectify your cold email mistakes. Let's get into this. So guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. What I'm going to do is dive straight into this video, but before I do, all I ask in return for these free videos is that you just drop a like, comment and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram. Just send me a DM if you have any questions. That said, guys, I want to keep this one short and get straight to this. So what I'm going to be breaking down in this video is the top, 9 mistakes I keep seeing people make when it comes to cold emails. I get a lot of people, like I say in all of my videos, literally messaging me on Instagram and stuff like that. So if you have a question, obviously hit me up on there. That's where I'm most active. But I get a lot of people asking me basically, what's wrong with my cold emails? How can I improve my cold email game? And I keep seeing these kind of like 9 mistakes over and over again. So I'm going to look over to my list. So if you see me doing that, it's just because I've got a list. The first thing I'm noticing, guys, with your cold emails, and I keep saying this on my channel, is that number one, you guys are not personalizing your cold emails. And look, I completely understand this one because personalization takes way too long. And us humans, we love being lazy. We love to automate stuff. We just love to try and cut corners wherever we can. But I've got a saying, do not try to cut corners because the corners will come back to cut you. And what I mean by that is there is no way around this, guys. You have to personalize your first lines, at least in your emails. So guys, what I recommend you guys do is hire somebody on either like Fiverr or even Upwork. I get my first line writers from Upwork, train them up on how to actually write first lines. This is something that I teach in my 6-week program, Agency Transmutation. That is my new up and coming flagship, I guess, online program where you can actually learn this sort of stuff. So if you're interested, definitely book a call below. That said though, guys, you definitely need to personalize your first lines. And what I mean by personalization, guys, is this. Look, people can tell when you're using what I like to call merge tag wizardry. Merge tag wizardry is where you just basically use the different merge tags to sound like it's personalization, but it's not personalization. You guys are saying stuff like, hey John, I came across, and then you insert their company name on, and then you insert wherever you found that lead from, and then seeing that you was the position of the company. So what I mean by that kind of like, those kind of like merge tags get pulled in because you guys are sending and doing mass sending on like Lemnis and stuff like that. So I know what you guys are doing. You're trying to do personalization, but only using merge tag. That's not enough, guys. And what I mean by that is you guys are saying stuff like this, and I'll actually translate what I just said there into what it would actually sound like after the merge tags are being inserted in. So if you don't know what a merge tag is basically, you know, like when you got an Excel sheet and you have like different columns along the top, such as like company name, first name of the business owner, the source of where you actually found the lead, whether it was on Google, whether it was on LinkedIn or something like that. So that's the source, and then company name, obviously I kind of mentioned that already. And yeah, so those are the merge tags basically. Now what you guys are actually doing is using merge tags to try and do your personalization. It's sounding like this. Hey John, obviously that's a merge tag already put in there. Hey John, you know, I came across ABC company on Google and saw that you was the CEO of the business. That right there is not personalization, and business owners can actually smell what I like to call merge tag wizardry from a mile away. Personalization would be something like this. Hey John, I came across the interview you did with Max on the Honeywell podcast back in 2020, where you mentioned the point about how your clothing brand, and then you insert the clothing brand name, is trying to plant a tree for every sale you guys make. I really think that's going to be absolutely tremendous for the environment. I really wish more brands followed your take. Shout out to you and your wife Sarah. That right there is a huge personalization line. Obviously that takes a lot of time to do, which is why I recommend using the hybrid system. The hybrid system, and I know there's some people in right now that are complaining that like that personalization like that takes way too long. And like I said, yes it does, and you can hire this out. Now you guys are going to be like, oh, I can't afford to hire this out. This is exactly why I created the hybrid system, guys. This is exactly what my 6-week program teaches you. It teaches you how to get lower ticket clients using Upwork. That then allows you the cash flow and the actual stability, that stable income, if you will, to actually afford first line writers. So you can automate this sort of stuff, because yes, it does take a long time, a very long time, but it needs to be done. The key to setting consistent meetings, if you will, is having outreach at mass scale, but it needs to be personalized outreach at mass scale. It's like you need both of them. You need mass scale because you need a lot of numbers to actually read the data, and you need personalization in there. So you guys need to definitely be personalizing your emails. Now let's move on to point number 2, guys. Point number 2 is that you guys are speaking way too formal in your emails. And I understand this one as well, because you want to sound professional, you want to sound like you know what you're doing. But I'm telling you, when you're speaking like that, you sound like a robot and it turns people off. I actually speak quite quite informally, if you will, when I'm writing my cold emails. And that's just a point for you guys to remember right there. I want to keep this one short, but guys, don't speak too formally. It puts people off. I know that you're trying to use big words to impress people, but all that's going to do is basically turn people off. I actually use words like cool. Sometimes I even use swear words. If I, for example, see a personalization kind of like line or something on their website that mentions a swear word, because I've actually seen that before, I'll actually mention that swear word, how I found that bit hilarious on their particular website. It just depends on the brand obviously I'm speaking to. I kind of like try to match their vibe, and that's kind of what you want to do in your emails. Like take a look and kind of mirror their vibe and mirror their energy, if you will, and mirror their kind of like vocabulary and vernacular that they use. So that's another point right there. Point number 3 is that your guys' emails are way too long. I feel like you guys are you're way overestimating how much time you think these business owners have to read your emails. Like these dudes get multiple emails a day, all trying to sell them the exact same service. So first of all, you're sounding like everybody else, which is a point within itself. Then you're overestimating how much time they actually have. As in, like, these people don't have time to read a huge email. My particular emails literally look like 6 lines, and each line has maybe 1 to 2 lines. As in, like, there's 6 very rapid fire lines. And I'm talking like most of them are just literally straight to the point. And it's just 1 line, most of them. The only time it's really 2 lines is when I'm doing my personalization line, because that's normally like 2 lines. Then I'm going into like a very short line as to what I'm saying next. So it's very short, very sweet. And the key to this is you want to keep your email readable within 15 to 20 seconds, absolute max. So that's another point for you guys to remember right there. So point number 4, guys, is that you guys are not coming up with irresistible offers. Your offer needs to, first of all, spark a nerve and make that kind of like hairs on their arms kind of like raise up, if you will. So I know that's a little cliche saying, but you guys need to be creating irresistible offers, such as if we don't get you a 5x ROAS, we refund you. It sounds absolutely crazy, I know, but if you have that capability and you know you do, and you can see their brand's a good brand as well, definitely offer something like that. Or just basically come up with an offer that you know that these business owners want. Now, I know that's easier said than done. 100% I understand that, and I, just saying that, it's not gonna help you guys. I don't know why I banged my elbow so hard. But hey guys, I know that me saying this right here on camera is probably not gonna help you guys, but here's what's going to help you. What's practical about this? You need to go and do your research into whatever industry you're in. You need to do your research within that industry. You need to understand their pain problems, their desires, what keeps them up at night, what their like worst fears are and stuff like that. Once you've found those things, you can come up with an offer that actually sounds very irresistible. And the best thing about this is that, like, and I guess the key to this, should I say, is if you can kind of explain their situation better than they can, they automatically assume you have the solution. So it's almost like when you go to the doctors, or even when you're speaking to a friend and you've got a problem, and they'll go, oh my days, does it hurt here, and hurt here? Or has it been lasting for this week? And you automatically go, oh my God, yeah, I've got the exact same problem. What did you do to fix it? So you automatically assume, just because that person knows what sort of situation you're in, that they have the solution, just because they literally said they could explain what you're going through. So if you can actually go about explaining what they're going through and explaining like how most agencies are really crappy, and you can actually, polarize over agencies and stuff like that, that right there within itself is going to help you stand above everybody else. But again, guys, you have to do whatever you have to do to come up with an irresistible offer. I can't just sit here and give you an irresistible offer, because that's literally like the main thing in business and outreach and marketing messaging. Like that is literally the main thing. I would be like me giving you your entire business. So point number 5, guys, is that I keep seeing this one all like every single time you guys send me like a cold email for like me to review. I keep seeing that you're talking way too much about yourself. Like no offense, but no one cares about yourself. I'm pretty sure you've heard the saying that like people only care about what's in it for them. They're tuned into what's in it for me FM, as they say. So what you need to do is talk about them, their situation, what you can do for them, and what the end result is. That's all they care about, the end result, whether that be adding an extra 20k per month to their bottom line with your service, or taking them from whatever ROAS they're at right now to a minimum of 5 ROAS or whatever it is that you actually want to kind of like offer and whatnot. But guys, talking about like how you've run an agency for the past 3 years, and you're putting like bullet points in there on what you do of your services and how you can help people, like that sort of stuff is not going to work. Especially saying stuff like I'm Montel and I'm the owner of MCG agency and we do this thing and this, like that sort of stuff is so played out, so cliche, that as soon as somebody says that, it's a straight put off. Not only that, guys, but this is actually a bonus point as well, I've just come up with is that you guys are putting links in your first actual contact. As in, like, when you actually reach out to people, this is a huge one. When you reach out to people on the first initial touch point, I personally do not put any links in the body of my copy. I just have my link at the very, very last thing in my actual signature, and that's all I do. And it's actually just a link to my website. It's not to get on a call or anything like that. So I'm not pitching a call straight away. Well, technically I am pitching a call straight away, but I'm doing it through plain text. And then once they reply to me, I then send over my times and my calendar link. I don't send my calendar link or a Loom video in the first outreach. I mean, you can do Loom videos if you want to, but that's a long process, long and drawn out process. I personally like to send plain text with my signature. My signature just has a link at the very bottom. It's just my website link, and I'm not really pushing or like pointing towards that. That's not my call to action. Basically, my call to action is just literally, do you have any times available this week or next week for a quick call? That's basically all it is. Point number 6, guys, is that you guys are not putting in the adequate amount of follow-ups. You can't just expect to send somebody an email one time for them to get back to you. Like that, it just doesn't work. I personally like to use Lemlist and set out at least 4 to 5 emails that I'm actually sending to one person. If they don't reply, they get this reply in 3 days. If they don't reply to that second email, they get another email in 3 days. You get the point, guys. I like to sequence it out, what you call a drip. I guess it's called a drip sequence or just a sequence itself. And I like to have 4 to 5 steps in there. So each person is getting hit up 5 times. Not only that, guys, but if they go through my entire 5 touch points and they don't get back to me, I take that lead, and then in a month later, I re-engage with that lead. So I'm not wasting leads. And I want you guys to definitely remember that, and definitely don't let that go over the top of your head. But guys, you got to have your follow-up game on pat. It's the follow-ups where the money is, guys, to be honest with you. The first initial email's cool and all. That can set you a lot of meetings, but it's all about the follow-up, guys. So point number 7 is that you guys are using very weak case studies or irrelevant case studies. So if you're talking about, like, I don't know, if you're talking to like an e-commerce brand, for example, and you're using like real estate case studies on Facebook ads, it's just not compatible enough, guys. And people are just going to be like, why are you telling me about what you've done in the real estate niche if you're trying to reach out to me in the e-com niche? So you want specific case studies for your particular industry. So if you're speaking to e-com brands, obviously you want to show over e-com brand case studies. If you don't have case studies or you're using weak case studies, then you're going to have to either, spend years of your life trying to get case studies, or you can kind of just like bypass this and actually use like a media buyer's case studies if they're okay with that. I personally like to put a contract in place with my media buyers whenever I come across one that's basically states kind of like a fair use policy where I literally physically or legally cannot run away with my media buyer's results and just use them to get clients without him getting in on the business as well. Because that's obviously super unethical. I'm not robbing case studies. I'm asking them if it's okay. You're part of the team now. You have to bring something to the team. I bring something to the team in terms of I bring in the clients. You actually help me attract the clients as well with your case studies, and we work together. It's a together type of thing. It's a team. There is no I in team, as they say, that cliche saying. But yes, guys, you want to make sure that you're using like your media buyers kind of case studies to help you with this. Again, you have to make sure it's okay with them. And yes, you have to do what you got to do to get these media buyers and make them understand. I personally like to put, like I said, a contract in place. I teach this to people. I give you the contract as well in the 6-week agency transmutation program. I teach you how to find media buyers, that sort of stuff. So if you're interested, again, just literally book in a call below because there are spots available. So guys, point number 8, I believe this is, I think I've thrown in a couple of extra bonus points in here by this particular point. But point number 8, guys, is that you guys are using confusing call to actions. Your call to action needs to be clear, concise, no two ways about it. Basically, I see you guys saying, oh, if you're available, possibly can we get on a call, also take a look at this case study, can you also do you want a Loom video? Like, it needs to be one thing that you're like, one action that you're actually trying to get off of them, if you will. You're demanding or commanding one particular action. I don't think commanding is the right word, but you know what I'm talking about, guys. You're asking for one action, which is my personal call to action is literally, are you free this time or next for a quick call? And it's always that. I don't really change it. Obviously, sometimes I add in a little bit, like just reinstating my guarantee, or I actually break down like why it's a good idea to get on a call with me and why it's a no-brainer to get on a call with me. So if I can justify that, that's even better. Just explaining that like you're gonna walk away with, a whole new plan. I'll actually break down case studies live so you can steal these. Like stuff like that. They need to have something that's going to make them feel like it's not going to waste their time if they get on a call with you. So guys, those are just a couple of tips there right there for your cold emails. I hope you go away, take these, rewatch this video. There's been a lot of value in this particular video. Go and implement some of these, and I'm telling you, you will boost your friggin' reply rate, your open rate. Everything will actually be boosted for you. You'll actually start setting meetings. I have now set over 680 meetings. I literally just checked on my Acuity scheduling. So these are facts that are coming from real world experience. I've worked with a whole bunch of particular clients at this particular point. The agency is now 20K, obviously combined with my personal brand and whatnot. I just surpassed the 20K per month. I was actually 23K that I actually ended out July with. But anyway guys, I hope that you found value in this, and I'll see you guys in the next video pretty soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions or about anything regarding, I don't know, agency transmutation, or even just anything in general, SMMA related or agency related, if you will, cold email related, Upwork related, just literally let me know on Instagram. Also, if you're interested in the 6-week online educational program, which is agency transmutation, my flagship industry leading, industry busting, if you will, program that's literally going to teach you how to split test emails, how to actually use the hybrid system, how to actually genuinely go about getting leads really quickly instead of doing the stupid algorithm hop on Instagram where you go to find a brand and you hop. It's so slow. Like watching paint dry, as I said in my last Instagram post, is literally more fun than that. Anyway guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Again, agency transmutation, if you're interested in that, book a call below. But anyway guys, that's all for today. I'll see you guys in the next video pretty soon. Love and peace.